We didn't think we'll ever see her again, but Lara Croft is back and perhaps even better than ever before. Gumi has given her a few upgrades to entice you to pull for her, but is she worth your Visiore? That's what we're here to find out. Let's take a brief look at what kind of character Lara Croft is. She is a ranged unit, specifically a gun user. She's supposed to be pretty evasive and has reflex, which is... She also deals a ton of damage, especially since she crits so often. Before coming back last week though, it was pretty obvious that Lara had fallen off quite a bit. The influx of highly accurate units, or units that had access to guaranteed hit skills, kinda put a damper on units that relied on evasion. Lara's damage also wasn't anything to write home about anymore. But with the return, Gumi has given Lara a second master ability. Taking a look at it, we can see that they've given her 10 more evasion and a big chunk of critical damage. The evasion doesn't seem particularly game-changing to me. Lara could have really used something more helpful instead of that, I would say. The critical damage though is pretty sweet. Considering that you can stack even more critical damage bonuses using VCs, espers, and her weapon, for example, Lara can deal some serious damage. A second master ability isn't the only positive point that Gumi gave her with her re-release. Lara's signature weapon got its +6 upgrade, which means more stats, and some abilities specifically for Lara, which are namely missile attack and a significant amount of missile attack resistance penetration. With the right setup, she will pretty much run over most units with her damage output. But is that enough though? Because the question that we have to ask is this: are those buffs enough to make Lara Croft worthy of your Visiore? And here is my answer. If you think Lara Croft is the kind of unit that will be meta-defining in some way, like Astrius or Cloud or Velis, then you will be somewhat disappointed at the end of the day. Evasion in general has taken a big hit in recent times, so one of her main characteristics is already not going to work that well. And if you're thinking something along the lines of, oh, she'll probably never come back, so I should get her now. Well, sure, that does make sense. But remember this, if she never comes back, then she will never get any better than she is right now. No more power-ups or anything like that in her future, so things could probably only get worse for her as time goes on. Also keep in mind the summer units that are coming, the potential global exclusive that might be coming soon too, as well as the Final Fantasy Tactics collaboration and the Final Fantasy 13 collaboration coming up. Well, you've got a bit of a decision to make here. Is Lara Croft worth your Visiore considering all the stuff that's coming along? Speaking strictly from a meta point of view, I would say no. If you're only concerned with the best units possible, then you should probably skip Lara. But there are a lot of factors to consider here though. If you have a strong water account, then great, Lara Croft would be a good addition to that. But most important of all, if you like the unit, if you are a fan of the Tomb Raider franchise, then obviously you shouldn't care about any of the negatives that I've pointed out, because you should just go for it. You should go for the unit that you like, and you don't need to care about this old meta baby stuff. You know, it's not that important. What's most important is to have fun, and if you're using units that you really like, then you'll have more fun. No questions asked. Now those are just my opinions after all, you don't have to agree with me, it's fine for us to have different opinions. I also have a friend here who I would like to have the last word on this whole thing. So please welcome back, Mr.
Thank you. Ha, ha, ha. I am just joking. You are not ready yet. Boy, have I got a treat for all of you. Who better to talk about Lara Croft than Lara Croft herself? Please welcome the Tomb Raider. Hello, Lara. Nice flight?
What's your attitude, old man?
I was just asking if you had.
This attitude problem. You people need to learn some manners.
Ah. Ha ha. Okay. Anyway, Lara, do you think that people should spend their Visiore on the coming summer units?
I wouldn't advise it.
Oh? He. So you think they should pull for you right now?
I wouldn't advise it.
What? Do you want them to play the game at all?
I wouldn't advise it.
Well, what the heck would you advise then?
Don't breathe, and definitely don't move.
Lara, you may be sexy, but you are making a lot of kids very sad right now.
If I had a coconut for every time some lunatic said something like that, I'm not going to waste any more time here.
Anyway, busy girl, got to go.
You're lucky my daddy isn't here right now, you jerk.
I make my own luck.
She's a Tomb Raider, that is for sure. But that did not stop Lara from being a whore.